You will have used many different methods for finding a percentage or working with percentages. But from now on, whenever finding percentages or increasing or decreasing something by a percentage, you're always going to start by finding the scale factor that represents that percentage. You can find this percentage scale factor using some of the formulae I'm about to show you. And the more you're used to it, you may just be able to spot these things directly, but starting to be able to find out the scale factor. So there's 3 cases we're going to look at. First one is finding a percentage of something. So if you're asked to find, here it says, what is the scale factor that represents finding 40% of a value? Well, we take the percentage that we wish to find, 40, and we divide it by 100. So relatively simple. And then that becomes, we can use our calculator or we can do some work with the fractions, and we get 0.4. This is one of the few cases where I'm going to encourage you to write things as a decimal rather than as a fraction. So that would be what we'd do if we wanted to find a specific percentage of a number. Often, more interesting for what we're looking at is a percentage increase or decrease. And for this, we're going to use the formula 100 plus the percentage change. If it's increase, we stick positive. Negative, then that's going to be if it's a decrease, that's going to be a negative. Divided by 100. So sticking with the 40%, what is the scale factor that represents finding an increase of 40%? Well, it's 100 plus 40 over 100, which is going to give us 140 over 100, which is equal to 1.4. As I said before, you may be able to just spot an increase of 40%, 1.4. You know it, or you recognise what that is. But this is the formula that you can always go through if you need to find it. Final point, what is the scale factor that represents finding a decrease of 40%? Exactly the same process, 100 minus 40 over 100. So just using the negative because it's a decrease. So we're looking for those words increase or decrease, or something else that means an increase or decrease. That's going to give us 60 over 100, which is 0.6. One thing you will notice is that a scale factor that is greater than 1 always represents an increase. Scale factor that is less than 1 represents a decrease when we're dealing with percentage change, percentage increase or decrease.